Welcome to Suvarna's educational channel. We have started this channel in order to enlighten
Hello
everyone.
children, welcome back to social class. How are you all? Hope you all are doing well. Children, before to begin our session, please keep all your requirements ready so that whenever I pose questions to you, you can answer. Today you are going to learn part 3 from the lesson Changing Cultural Traditions in Europe from 1300 to 1800 AD. Children, before I enter into the topic, have you all done your home assignment that I have given in your previous session? If you have done, please check your answers if they are correct or not. Very good children, you all might have written correctly. Let's quickly review the previous class. In your previous class, you have learned Renaissance, which is also called as modern period from 1800 to the present. And also you have seen revival of Italian cities. Let's quickly see today's learning objectives. You're going to learn by the end of this session humanism and universities, why they were set up, and artists and realism. Let's see what is the meaning of humanism. Children, do you remember what is the meaning of humanism? Very good. In our last session, I have told you about it. Humanism is a system of thought that rejects religious beliefs and centers on capabilities and worth of the human beings. I repeat, children, humanism is a system of thought that rejects religious beliefs and centers on human capabilities and their birth. And humanism started in Italy. Soon it was spread to different countries like France, England, and Netherlands. So, humanists were very much interested in nature, science, and the arts which affected human beings. So, in humanistic culture, or according to the humanists, human is more important than any other things. Once again, I repeat, children, in humanism, it is centered on human beings and their capabilities, and man was given more importance than any other things. You can see here another important thing that had happened in history. It is a great historical event. In 1453, Constantinople was overthrown and the Turkish or the Ottoman Empire took the place of the Eastern Rome. So, why I am saying this historical event? Because of this historical event, many things happened. Please note down, children, in 1453, Constantinople was overthrown and the Turkish or Ottoman Empire took the place of the Eastern Roman Empire. Because of this incident, what happened? Many educated men who spoke Greek fled to Italy for safety. Once again, I repeat, because of this great historical event in 1453, many educated people fled to Italy. Therefore, students of the ancient Greek literature dealt with nature and the interest of man. And that's why people of Italy also speak Greek. That became a fashion in Italy. The literature of the ancient Greeks reflected interest in life. Okay, so the entire literature of the ancient Greeks had reflected interest in life, which means they were more interested on the life that is on the earth rather than life after the death. Okay, see here are some of the humanists like Andreas Vesalius, Donatello, Leonardo da Vinci. All these are some of the humanists. These people became interested in their world rather than the future life. That's why we call them as humanists. We call them humanists because they were very much interested in their own world rather than future life. Okay, see, these are some of the universities in Italy. So these universities were established to teach new subjects like law and religion. We have Desiderius Erasmus. He was a famous educated person who studied the Testament of Bible, later criticized superstitious beliefs. What do you mean by superstitious? Superstitious beliefs are beliefs that are passed on by the different ages. Okay. So these superstitious beliefs and myths were criticized, and he wrote a book called In Praise of Folly. What is the name of the book? Desiderius Erasmus, In Praise of Folly. Later, Bible was translated to Greek and Latin. Therefore, many people started to read the Bible. Okay, children, before to enter into the next topic, here is a small test for you to check yourself. Here are the questions. Please start answering them. I'll give you few seconds. Excellent, children. Please check your answers if they are correct or not. If you haven't written correct answers, please try to write down the correct answers. The next topic is artists and realism. What do you mean by an art, children? Hope all of you are also interested in art, isn't it? Yes, art is something that you see and portray the picture through drawing, isn't it? Yes, during the humanistic culture also, there were so many artists came up. And look at these pictures, observe them. What do you feel? It's like a man is looking at us, isn't it? Aren't they realistic? Yes. So during the humanistic culture, artists came up with a different type of paintings which were looking as if they are real. That's why we call them as realistic pictures. They look like as if they are really looking at us. They are portraying the real environment and so on. So, art was only supposed to represent those ideals and not reality. But during the Renaissance, artists started to portray the themes from around them, which means whatever was happening in the society, they started portraying the pictures as if they are real. From Greek and Roman literature, they showed the feelings, power and strength of human beings through their paintings. What did they portray? Their pictures or their paintings had as if you see the real feelings, power, strength of human beings. So artists also began to study remains of Roman culture, their buildings, sculpture, etc. Their admiration for the figures perfectly proportioned sculpted centuries ago. So during many centuries ago, this Roman people also had portrayed pictures as if they are real. So these artists during the Renaissance period were very much fascinated, attracted by these sculptures and buildings. So they also wanted to follow the same tradition and they started to portray exactly as they were portraying in Rome in the ages before. Italian Renaissance art clearly emphasized on humanism. How can that emphasize humanism? You can see in these 3 points. It emphasizes on individualism, classism, secularism. In individualism, Renaissance art glorifies the potential, talent, and accomplishment of individual human beings. Once again, I repeat, humanistic culture glorifies the potential, talent, and accomplishment of individual human beings. How it is classism? Because there is the rediscovery and appreciation of ancient Greek and Roman culture, as I have said before. Italians were also attracted to the Greek and Roman culture, which portrayed the feelings, power, and strength of the human beings. And it is secular because it emphasizes on this world, the here and now. Note down, children, it is secular because it emphasizes on this world, the here and now, and its material pleasures rather than the afterlife. That is, during the medieval period, they were very much focused on afterlife. They gave a lot of importance for the religious aspects. But here, in humanistic culture, it is very opposite. They give lot of importance for here and now, material pleasures rather than afterlife and spiritual life. We have one of the humanists called Donatello. He was Italian sculptor and he is one of the most influential artists of the 15th century in Italy, known for his lifelike statues, which means he used to do the statues lifelike. If you look at the statue, you can see that as if it is having a life. It is made of marble. The statues like seated Saint John the Evangelist at the Cathedral of Florence. Note down, children. The marble statue of seated Saint John the Evangelist in the Cathedral of Florence. We have another important humanist who is also called Andreas Vesalius. Between 1514 to 64, he was a Belgian and a professor of medicine at the University of Padua. He was the first man to study in the laboratory the autonomy of human structure. Like, how does the body parts look like to maintain the perfect picture of human beings and they can portray realistically. And we have also another sketch by Dürer. Okay, all these are the artists. Dürer, Andreas Vesalius, Donatello, all these are the artists during the Renaissance period. You can look at the sketch, Praying Hands. Gives a sense of Italian culture in the 16th century, when people were deeply religious but also had a sense of confidence in man's ability to achieve near perfection and to unravel the mysteries of the world and the universe. You can see the sketch as if it is really praying hands. And we have another famous painter called Leonardo da Vinci. Have you ever heard his name? Very good, you might have heard about him. He studied human anatomy to make his painting and sculpture realistic. Painters during his time found the geometry helped them understand perspective, and by noting the changing quality of light, their picture acquired a three-dimensional quality. So, science also had helped. Science and geometry also had helped the painters to make their pictures more effectively, like changing of quality, light, perspective, and so on. So you can look at the picture of Mona Lisa, the Last Supper. These are the famous paintings of Leonardo da Vinci. When he portrays the picture exactly like someone is looking at someone is looking at us. And you can see the Last Supper, it is a world's extraordinary paint. One of his dream was to fly. So what he did, he spent years observing the flight and designed a flying machine. He signed his name Leonardo da Vinci, disciple of experiment. I repeat, children, Mona Lisa and the Last Supper were the very famous paintings of Leonardo da Vinci, and he spent years observing in flight, designing a flying machine. Therefore, he signed his name Leonardo da Vinci, disciple of experiment. The use of oil paint as a medium of painting gave a great richness of color to paintings rather than before. Thus, anatomy, physics, as well as strong sense of what was beautiful gave a quality to Italian art, which is also called to be realism. Once again, I repeat, children, the use of oil as a medium of painting gave lot of richness for their paintings. Anatomy, physics, as well as strong sense of what was beautiful gave a new quality to Italian art, which was called to be realism. You can see another important artist during Renaissance period, Michelangelo. You can see the statue, the Pieta by Michelangelo. Here, Mary, the body of Jesus. The church now encouraged new art, and Pope and other leaders of the church commissioned great artists like Michelangelo and Raphael to paint for them and also design buildings for them and even elaborate graves, memorials for them. You can see now the church also is welcoming the artists, even welcoming them to design the churches, graves, and so on. You can see how far the artists of Renaissance had influenced the people. Here is a small task for you, children. Please note down the questions and start answering. I'll give you a few seconds. Very good, children. Please check your answers if they are correct or not. Excellent, children. Did you all write correctly? Good. Let's quickly review today's session. You have learned humanism is a system of thought which centers on human beings rather than the religious beliefs. And we have also seen so many universities were set up. Okay? And the Bible was translated to Greek. And many people started learning about Bible and rejected the religious beliefs that were existing, superstitious beliefs and so on. And there were so many artists came up like Donatello, Andreas Vesalius. You have also seen Leonardo da Vinci, Michelangelo, Raphael. So the church also gave opportunities for the artists to prove themselves by designing the churches, preparing the graves and tombs and so on. Did you all understand this session? Hope you all might have enjoyed this session. Here is a home assignment for you. Please note down all these questions. We will discuss the answers in our next session. I'll give you a few seconds. Very good, children. Hope you all have understood whatever is taught today. In our next session, we will meet with more interesting